We've been telling the psychedelic story wrong. The version most people have heard goes something like this. You take the substance, have the breakthrough, and change your life. A pill for an ill, just a more interesting pill. But new research suggests that this story is missing something very important. A study published this year looked at nearly 700 people with psychedelic experience, and it did something surprisingly rare. It asked what else they were doing with their lives, specifically whether they meditated. And when the researchers ran the numbers, they found something unexpected. Psychedelic use was associated with increased well-being, but once they accounted for meditation, it largely disappeared. Psychedelics alone were a weak predictor of how well someone was actually doing, and it proved that meditation was responsible for most of the benefits. However, combining both proved to be better than either alone. People who meditated during psychedelic experiences reported significantly greater improvements in mood, peace of mind, and reduced anxiety. The researchers put it beautifully. They said psychedelics are like a direct flight to a foreign country with no preparation. You land somewhere radically different, it's potentially beautiful, but potentially overwhelming. Meditation is like the knowledgeable local guide waiting for you when you arrive. Someone who helps you navigate, make sense of what you're seeing, and not get lost. Now, this reframes something important about how healing actually works. We've been wired to think passively. You take a drug, you receive a benefit. But the people who were getting most out of these experiences were bringing something to them. Psychedelics may amplify the brain's plasticity, its ability to change and rewire, but plasticity towards what is the question? And that's where your lifestyle, your intention, and your daily practices come in. So the takeaway is that the intense experience is just the beginning. It's what you build around it that really counts.